Hi, everybody. I'm back. It's been a while, but I'm back. So, man, lots of stuff has happened. I know last week I put together that little news special, but I'm gonna hold off on that this week. I'm gonna tweak some things and get it a little bit better. Maybe get some more script work in. But right now, it's been a long week. Well, 2 days. And I just want to play some Kerbal. So let's just go ahead and jump in. We've got a Leviathan Moho here. We've got a rock coming in to kill Planet Kerbal or Planet Kerbin. I'm terrible at remembering things anymore. Size F. Oh, wow. Up to 100 meters in size. Ooh, that's not good. We might need to save this planet. Nah, they're fine. We can visit Clarice. Clarice. I enjoyed him. I enjoyed him with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. Man, Sir Anthony Hopkins. So we landed Praxidic Driller over there. Let's go to the moon and check out. We got Dauntless here. Feel like we should have. Thought we had some. Oh, I landed them and then I reloaded. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think I reloaded all the saves. Huh. Yeah, that's right, because I had Dauntless in orbit and I wanted to, yeah. Okay. Well, we have two Praxidic rovers. We have a Leviathan in orbit. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and switch that over to being a what's it called? We're gonna switch that over to being of the Duna relay and satellite ship, and then we're gonna launch a mapping ship. So this will now be officially renamed as Leviathan Duna. We're gonna put one Leviathan mapping probe up into orbit, ready to send out, and we should be good to go. Dauntless is a ship of its own, so technically it's not a fully. It, I don't know. It's originally intended to go to Elu, but I think we're going to hold off on that because I'd like to go to Jewel first. I'd like to send something to Jewel. So let's go ahead and just send up a mapping probe. Leviathan X? No, that's the wrong one. No, Magellan. That's the one. Okay. Let's go ahead and launch a Magellan probe. Not to be confused with the actual Magellan probe, which was sent either to Venus or Mars or Mercury. I'm just Magellan. Launched by NASA in 1989, sent to Venus. Not completely out of my mind. All right. All systems go. It's sunrise. Beautiful morning out here. Some clouds here and there. And let's see here. All right. Launch in 10, 9, throttle up, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Oh. I have no sound. Okay, we're reverting to launch and we're going to turn on the sound so that not everybody, just sits here going like, oh, what are you listening to? Oh, speaking of turning up the sound and following along, there is a launch tomorrow. Well, today is August 15th. It's currently 10:25 Central Time. There is a launch tomorrow, which is going to be Wednesday, August 16th at 7 p.m. Central Time, a Starlink satellite. And then there will be another launch just 7 hours later at 2 a.m. August 17th, a Thursday, and this is 2 a.m. Central Time. That will be another SpaceX rocket, but I don't know if it's a Starlink launch. I'd have to check in a second. Let's get back to this. Sound. All right. Launch in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we have liftoff of the Magellan Duna probe heading to map the great planet of Duna. Begin gravity roll. We are accelerating. Let's go ahead and throttle down. Alright. Gravity turn initiated. Passing through 200 meters per second. We are accelerating at around 1.5 Gs. Nice and easy. Accelerating through 290 meters per second. Accelerating through 350 meters per second. Let's go ahead and throttle down a little bit more. We've got plenty of power in these side boosters. We're already past 10, 11 kilometers, and I've lost it. Yeah. Oh, wait. 3, 2, we've got enough Delta V. Yeah! Let's go. We've got enough Delta V in this thing that we may actually get out of this. Passing through 600 meters per second. We are full throttle, going at 3.5 Gs acceleration. Passing through 700, 800 meters per second. 24 kilometers. Our apoapsis is passing through 46 kilometers. Jettison of first stage boosters. Ooh, a little bit too much there. All right, we've got shock heating on the front nose cone and the rest of the body there. We've passed until the point we can see the stars. Passing through 1,360 meters per second. Apoapsis officially at 70 kilometers, and we have plenty of Delta V left. Whew! Yes, thank you, Courageous Potato. Just winding up those gyroscopes. Okay. We're getting through here. Let's go ahead and jettison this protective shell. I'm going to go ahead and extend the antenna. Open these solar panels. Alright, we should be good to go. Time until apoapsis is just over 60 seconds. Let's go ahead and set up a maneuver. Man. I can't wait to be watching Tim Dodd commentate this kind of data live inside of his own space Starship launch when Dear Moon finally launches for the moon. I hope that he actually gets to go. I do hope that Starship makes it and that we do see those brave brave people actually try and do this. And oh, we've got the noise, we got the music. We are officially in space. Alright. Burn time is way too long. Okay. I completely forgot about that. Oops. Alright, we're losing altitude here. Vertical speed is now positive, so let's just try and ride that line right there. So I guess pro tip, if you're ever trying to circularize, a great way to just watch it is to watch this dial right here and make sure that your vertical speed is not dropping too much. You want to just keep it right at 0. Oh, okay. Whew. All right, we are in orbit. We have 935 meters per second of delta V. I feel bad about leaving this booster up here, but we're not going to run into Kessel Syndrome anytime soon, so whatever. Yeah. Jettisoning cap for second stage. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, there we go. It hit our engine bell. In real life, this mission would be a failure. Well, then again, it would have broken up already, so I'll count this as a win. So, we are now in orbit. We've got Magellan here, rename vessel Magellan Duna. This is a mapping probe, so we'll keep it as a probe there. And as you can see, so the design of this is pretty simple. It's got a whole bunch of I guess this one doesn't have scientific probes on it. This is just a generic mapping probe. It's got 2 ion thrusters here. Xenon ion thrusters, I think. Yeah, xenon containers. And then we've got our gigascale communitron, 100 G of distance of range. So basically you can go I believe that stands for gigameters. So it's 100 gigameters, which is 100 billion meters, which is a lot. That's 100 million kilometers, I think. Anyway, looks like we're in orbit, and we have renamed it Magellan Duna. Let's see here. We should probably set up a Leviathan X, to be honest with you guys. Yeah, let's set up one more. I know I said one more already, but let's set up one more Leviathan X. And to clarify, a Leviathan X, that's my variant of the Leviathan setup. So Leviathan was originally designed like 6 versions ago, like many versions ago of KSP. Leviathan is my mothership probe, which is designed, it's a cluster probe, where it's just one ship, but it has multiple cluster, tiny little probes, each one with about 2,500 to 3,000 meters per second of delta V. Let's go ahead and deploy this. Oh, I didn't set that up. That sucks. And the Leviathan normal version, this is strange. The normal Leviathan has tiny little probes that are relay probes, and they don't actually, I call them squids. But it seems as though Leviathan X, I don't have a mini probe for this one. Guess I need to make a Squid X? Let's check here. It's got a TWR. It's got plenty of TWR. Ooh, that's too big. So this has a range of 354 megameters. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna make two versions here. One version with just this. One version with just this probe, and then I'll make another version, Squid X. So this one is Squid X Lite. This will just have one antenna. Hopefully that works. We'll test it out by going to Duna, and these will be sent to Duna's moon, which I don't know the name of. Ike. I'm gonna send it to Ike. So we're gonna have to move these up a little bit. These are not retractable though. And okay, that's fine. We'll just stick with that. So we're gonna stick a whole we don't really need one. On second thought, I mean, it's nice to have, I guess. Let's just build it because it needs to be tested since this will be sent over to Joule, or the Joule system. Narrowband scanner, that's too big. Magnetometer boom. Yeah, that's a bit much there. Yeah, that's fine. Let's check the weight. It's a little bit off center. Let's go ahead and sit something on the other side there, just to make sure we're balanced. It's not really going to balance it, but it's worth a try. Yeah, it's a little bit off here. Oh wait, no, I didn't put legs on. Sometimes I surprise myself. All right. Legs, legs, legs. And as I said before, this has a huge TWR. Huge TWR. So that is good enough. Micro landing strut is all we need, I think. Yeah, let's make sure it has some good stability so that it doesn't fly all over the place. Alright, Squid X Lite. Alright. Save and continue. Let's open up Leviathan X. Now, what's going to be interesting is when we go to Tylo. Tylo is basically the size of Kerbin. It has 1g of gravity. And that is going to require a design that I will reveal at a later date. But it uses the same Leviathan delivery mothership with a beefy, super beefy probe. I will show that off a little later, and we will test it at a later date. Okie dokie. Those are decoupler rings. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay, those are retracted. That's not nice. That looks much better. Let's go ahead and reduce the amount of girders we have on this thing. Or should we have a second row? Yeah, we should have a second row. Yeah. We've got plenty of these. Plenty. Okay. Oh, no. Yeah, that looks fantastic. And each one needs a mech jeb. If I can find a mech jeb. Where'd you go, little buddy? What? Oh, this is annoying. Huh. Oh, there it is. I was blocking it. Okay. Yeah, we got 15 of them. Well, we got 8. Actually, 9, now that I think of it. I think there's one over here somewhere. Alright, so we've got plenty. Plenty. We should probably toggle the torque. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and put the truss, or the truss structure is on. Oh yeah, right, that's fine. Delete fairing. Let's build the fairing. Yeah, it's fine. Hehe. Excellent. Looks a little jank, but we'll be fine. So we do have a TWR that's a positive on Duna. I just realized this is for the entire ship. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to Leviathan X, or Squid X. Why is this not... Oh, okay. Oh, weird. Okay, dokie. Okay. Oh, we got plenty of delta V. We got 2,600 meters per second of delta V and a TWR of 6.4. So we are perfectly good. All right, let's go ahead and get the Leviathan X back up and running. 200. It went from 80 parts to 264 parts. I need to stop doing this. We got the big boy down there. Yep, we got those, we got that, we got those, yep. Okay. Cool. We're golden. Let's go ahead and get this baby off the ground. If this doesn't work, it's not going to be too much of an issue anyway. So, we're fine. Man. Well, I guess in this moment, I'm drinking some lemonade today. I was intending to be eating some spaghetti to continue the snack theme of this show, but... Oh, I just hit the thing. Okay. Yep, lift off. Yeah, I was going to continue the snack theme today with some spaghetti and meatballs, but just didn't feel the meatballs right now. I already ate a little bit, so I think I just got full. Alright, this is really slow. We may not actually make it into orbit on this. I might need to add a couple boosters onto this thing. Alright. 3,500 meters, passing through 4 kilometers. Let's go ahead and start that gravity turn here. It's going to be nice and slow. Got a serious lack of acceleration here. I mean, I'm pushing 1.5 G, but this does not feel like that old launch, or that other launch with Magellan. I may have started this gravity turn a little bit late. But we'll see. Apoapsis height is cresting over 39, 40 kilometers. We are pushing it right now. First stage jettison in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we are way too vertical right now. Dang it. Okay. This is going to be interesting. I should be fine. I've got 1,800, just shy of 1,900 meters per second, which is going to be just fine. Okay. Circularization maneuver. Set up. Oh boy, we're cutting it right under the wire here. Okay. Jettisoning. Oh, wait, no, we need to, what's going on here? Okay. Extending antenna, jettisoning protective shell. Shells have been jettisoned. 3, 2, 1, ignition. Oh, good. T-minus 30 seconds, and we started it with a burn time of just over a minute, so we should be okay. This is going to be hairy. Oh, I probably should have... Yeah. To be honest, I don't know if these would actually be drained in the event that I started pulling, or started igniting those nukes. They shouldn't be drained, but I have had mistakes in the past which cost me valuable delta V. That's no bueno. We are dropping below optimal height here. Okay, so our apoapsis is at 91, but our periapsis is at 67. Periapsis is behind us, which is good. But we definitely overshot. Oh, we don't want that. Okay. Let's go ahead and let MechJib take care of this one. Anyway, yeah. I'm having fun. I think next week I'm gonna eat some more Biscoff, and I might not actually do Kerbal. I don't know. I'm thinking flight sim. Maybe we can fly around the Azores. Um, Most likely it's gonna be KSP again. We're just gonna be playing a little bit more of this. Maybe send stuff to Duna, depending on how today goes. All right. Re re-engaging SAS. Oh, that's interesting. Astra. Oh, okay. So that was an old ship that I had a long, long time ago. Still flying. It's got no one on it. It used to have people on it, though. I think I used that to actually go and visit that asteroid, Clarice, and then name it Clarice. All right, there we go. You just shut these down. It's okay to shut these down. It's these aren't going to be used anyway anytime soon. Not until they're actually ready to deploy. I find it a little. It's probably a little overkill to have 8 landers, especially when we have a manned lander ready to go. But that's going to take a long time to refuel once we land it on Duna. So I doubt whether we'll be able to actually use it much. Oh right, the Dauntless was built for Elu, which is a vacuum planet. Therefore, this. Oh, it doesn't have parachutes. Damn. Gonna need a resupply mission for that one. Alright. Well, good thing it didn't leave orbit, so. Alright. Let's just do that resupply mission, and then I'm gonna probably call it a night. Oof. So how about that Linus Tech Tips situation, you know? Ah, that's just crazy. Never thought I would have seen, never would have thought that this kind of situation would come about. It's a little bit disappointing. Kind of interesting to see how Linus took it, how Linus put that statement out. The semantics issue definitely rubbed me the wrong way. It rubbed everybody the wrong way, but it seemed interesting that he would, first of all, even be allowed to make a comment. I think the CEO, Taryn Tong, probably should have been the one that actually did the comment, actually spoke to the community. I find it odd that as chief vision officer, uh, he was allowed. Let's see here. Let's save this. Oh. I find it odd that he was allowed to even make a comment. He's chief vision officer. CEO is the one that actually is supposed to do it. And I understand that maybe he's fighting some urge left over after being CEO for so long, but I mean that's why he hired Taran Tong. That's why he hired a guy who is behind who was a high-ranking member of some very large corporations like Dell, as pointed out in the ethics portion of Gamers Nexus's video. I do have to point out that it seems a little. I don't know. First of all, Gamers Nexus probably should have reached out to Linus Tech Tips, I think. Like, just common courtesy. And yeah, I get the idea that they needed to put it out there for the consumer. But, like, I mean, even movie journalists do that, right? And I guess that's not the best example, but it's just to put out the allegation that LMG, Linus Media Group, maliciously, at worst, ignorantly at best, mishandled proprietary intellectual property of Billet Labs and possibly let that mismanagement allow that intellectual property to go into the hands of um, what's it called, of competitors. That is not a small allegation. And in their original video and in the subsequent video, they claim to have receipts in the subsequent video, the second video, and more importantly, they claim in the first video that Billet Labs, had this long email chain. And I do wonder, you know, if they had these and, Billet Labs really wanted to show them, why didn't they show them? It's very interesting to me. I mean, there's probably some legal stuff going on in the background, but I mean, if they are putting out these allegations without any form of proof of those kinds of email chains, I mean, that's I feel like that's grounds for Linus Tech Tips and Linus Media Group to just nuke Billet Labs and nuke Steve from Gamers Nexus with libel lawsuits out the ass. It's like you're basically calling into question Linus Media Group's entire ability to uh, handle products, which is their main job. So I don't know. I mean, the rest of the video was correct. I mean, they have plenty of issues. Oh, hi, Astro Eustace. Howdy. These kind of allegations, like, man, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. They didn't put out a video. They broke their streak. They broke their long running streak of putting at least uh what is it? Let me just copy this over. They broke their streak of many, many months, possibly a couple years, where they put out a single video every single day on the main channel, except for the days of WAN Show. And they haven't broken the WAN Show streak in over 2 years. So, I don't know. We may see both of those streaks go. The first streak has been taken down. It's been over 24 hours since the last video. And the WAN Show is this Friday. I don't know. Maybe they cancel the WAN Show this week. Maybe Linus takes a vacation. I think it's an unprecedented step that, I don't know. It definitely very, very unprecedented times for Linus Media Group. Definitely their biggest controversy in the history of the company yet. Hopefully this is the biggest ever. Hopefully they change their ways. Hopefully they change their setups. They take the constructive criticism. But I don't know. Maybe they don't. Someone just said hi. Anyway. What? Okay. Alright. So we've got plenty of parachutes. So we've got 1, 2. These should be plenty. We've got 3 for the driller. Or 4 for the driller. 3 for the main capsule. That should be plenty, given that Duna has terrible atmospherics anyway. Plenty of drogue chutes, and we've got... What have we got on board here? We've got an engineer with no experience. We've got 2 engineers with no experience. That's great. I'm hoping that we can put this on. Let's go ahead and stick a couple of these EVA repair kits on here. All right. Dozor Kerman is down in here. Let's put the engineers down there. We have no other engineers. I think we do have a couple engineers up on Dauntless right now, so let's just put another pilot. These are highly skilled pilots. Let's put a scientist. No. Let's just put all engineers. Engineers will save the world, right? All right, so let's just put a couple engineers down here, and maybe they all die on reentry. I don't know. I've had a little bit of issue with that in the past. Oh, Sorry, I'm just seeing the chat right now. Linus Tech Tips. So it's a big thing. It's a huge thing. Let me just check my staging here for a second. Yep, we got that. We got that. Yeah, we're good. So basically, Linus Media Group is the umbrella corporation of various large tech YouTube channels: Short Circuit, Tech Quickie, Mac Address. Linus Tech Tips is the primary one with 15.6 million subscribers. And Linus Tech Tips specifically has been putting out some, let's just say, quality control lacking videos over the past few months. Gamers Nexus is another large tech YouTube channel, and they pride themselves on doing journalist exposés. They're very, very proud that they are very accurate with their data and their data collecting processes, and their ability to do reviews that are also very, very accurate. Now, on Friday, 2 weeks ago, or no, sorry, 3 weeks ago now. Yeah, 3 weeks ago, they held, or they being Linus Media Group, held LTX, which is their convention. 5,000 plus people, great big convention. It was a huge celebration of PC gaming and construction. At said LTX, they had, they had a guy say that their testing methodologies are being developed and are far superior than other channels. And this started a bit of a commentary war between the different YouTube channels, where you had primarily he called out Gamers Nexus and Hardware Unboxed. Hardware Unboxed does a lot of hardware reviews, but also does monitor reviews. And in this context, he was talking about monitor reviews and how Linus Tech Tips, specifically LTT Labs, which is their huge new division dedicated specifically to lab testing, is going to beat everybody on the speed and accuracy of all of their testing. Even though in the past few months they have had terrible testing results, lots of mistakes, just going to launch, and lots of issues with quality control on their graphs. For example, during the RTX 4090 review, they said that the RTX 4090 was 300% faster in ray tracing than a 3090 Ti, when in reality it was more like 60 to 70%, as confirmed by various other outlets. So, and these different comments, like they would pin comments on the bottom of these YouTube videos saying, oh, we got this wrong, but we're leaving it up, just so that you know. And then the big one was that in, I believe, March of this year or May of this year, they did a video about Billet Labs' $800 water block, which is a combination water block of GPU and CPU. And they trashed it. They used the wrong GPU, even though in the video they stated that Billet Labs, which is an outfit of just two guys who built this, machinists out of copper, they said that piece of hardware might work. They haven't tested it. But basically the community was in uproar because Linus Tech Tips, and Linus specifically in that video, completely disregarded the operating procedures of that water block and used a completely different GPU and than what was intended to be used with that water block system. And when called out on it, he doubled down. He talked down on the community, saying, even if I had done it right for another few $100 of people's time, it wouldn't have changed my opinion. And everyone kind of, Your internet is so bad. Sorry, I kind of went on a rant. Um, yeah, basically, it's a lot of YouTube drama. And basically, Linus Tech Tips, Linus specifically, doubled down and caused some not so great uh, publicity based off of his, let's just call it, tone deaf comments regarding the community's opinions on his shortcomings as a reviewer. And it's just not going well for Linus Media Group right now. So we'll see. Hopefully they come out of this. Hopefully Linus, you know, comes to Jesus and doesn't screw the pooch. He had an offer of $100 million for this channel. And, you know, that valuation might have taken a hit today. Or more accurately on Monday when the video was released. Okay, we're coming up on the target for the maneuver in 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go ahead and use the actual ship on this one, but let me deplete this. Let's get it at least down to half of the maneuver node. Oh, actually we have plenty. All right, fantastic. We're good. I don't know. It just, I guess, the big thing is, you know, the question becomes like, is it morally / ethically okay to support Linus Media Group in this time when their shortcomings are so glaringly obvious, and when the owner of the company so glaringly dismisses the opinions of the community? An owner, by the way, that has repeatedly in the past called out other creators and other organizations for being tone deaf and for being terrible to their communities. So, let's just say the irony, to quote Sherlock Holmes, irony abounds. Yeah. I guess time will tell. And I do genuinely hope that Linus comes to Jesus on this one. I'm just using that term because that's all I can think of right now, is just that he really needs to just sit down, let the CEO that he picked to take over the administrative role, you know, actually do the CEO work. So, also, I am just annihilating this apoapsis. Like, what the hell am I doing? Okay, maybe not. Yeah, these guys are going like, what the hell are you doing, bruh? Oh. 68,990. Oh god. Okay. You know, I thought this was just going to be a simple day. You know, I was just going to set up a couple of maneuvers, send shit to Duna. Nope. No such thing. Okay. Matching inclination. .6 kilometers. MechJeb, do your thing. All right. Anyway, in more uplifting news, I believe that the booster, or in more uplifting news, SpaceX has officially turned in their incident report regarding the flight test in April for Starship Super Heavy, and that is exciting because that means that it's moving forward, and we may actually see a flight test 2 by the end of this quarter. Or Q3? Yeah, maybe. Hopefully by the end of Q3. Because I cannot. Oh gosh. If we have to wait another like 6 months for another flight test, all of our dreams of seeing Artemis land on the moon anytime soon are just going to go right out the window. Because at this point, SpaceX has so much that they need to get done on this platform. Like, it's just mind boggling. Why am I pointed in this direction? Okay. Yeah, we really need to see this Starship Super Heavy come together because, or at least we need to see regulatory agencies start letting this fly. I mean, granted, Flight Test 1 had a lot of issues, mainly exploding the ground. Hopefully they fixed that. Well, it seems they fixed that with the booster bidet. You know, the water deluge system. Probably shouldn't have let that happen in the first place. I can chalk that up to Elon being an idiot, so I'm pretty sure he's the one who pushed it, tried to get it on that day. But now we actually have the water deluge system installed, and we can rest assured that hopefully it's not going to happen again. Because if it does happen again, this time it's going to be molten steel and high pressure water exploding everything in the vicinity and probably taking out the tower as well. That would suck. So, yeah, I really want to see it go off. And the main reason is because of these Raptors. We saw on the static fire of Booster 9 a few days ago that, you know, hopefully, come on FAA, just let them have fun. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying though. Like, obviously Flight Test 1 had issues, and I hope that the FAA, or I hope that SpaceX fixed all the issues and that the FAA sees that they fixed all the issues. And I hope that Elon doesn't become more of an idiot, or whether or not he becomes more of an idiot doesn't really matter. Just don't let that push SpaceX to do stupid crap that jeopardizes the whole mission. Because at this point, I would be willing to bet a very shiny nickel that, not a lot, but a nickel, that, or maybe $1, just $1, that there were forces within SpaceX that pushed for the flight test, even though it was not advisable, given that they had the water deluge system already built, prototyped, and ready to install just a few weeks later. And, you know, given the tweets that Elon sent out, that's not something that I would say is too outlandish to assume. We're coming up on Dauntless here. Praxity Duna, right next door to Dauntless. Very interesting. Set as target. So we've got a rendezvous of 1.8 kilometers. MechJeb, go ahead and dial in the closest approach here. Match plane, match velocities with target. Closest approach, create node. Execute node. I wonder what Jarek Isaacman is going to be doing as commander on... Or I wonder what they're going to be doing on Polaris 2. I wonder if this is like Polaris 2, right? Just like floating around. Oh, wait, no, they're going to do an EVA. That's going to be so cool. I mean, I'm going to do an EVA here, so... You know what? This is Polaris 2. I'm just yeah. Alright, where are you? Where are you? There we go. Hi there. Physics range reached. We are now... You're basically the same person as Jarek. Yes, I am. I am a multi-billionaire pilot, adventurer, and current space travel enthusiast. Look at that. Isn't she a beaut? Come on. All right, there we go. Switching to close proximity approach mode. Well, mindset mode at least. All right. Oop, there we go. Hello there. Initiating RCS control. Actually, thinking about it now, I should say it's RCS control scheme, control maneuver, or RCS maneuver procedures, because reaction control system control, it's not, yeah, not a good way of putting it. All right. Mako shuttle. This is Dauntless. Well, wait a minute. Who's up front right now? Valentina and Jebediah. All right. Mako shuttle. This is Valentina, or this is Jebediah with the Dauntless spacecraft. Please approach and dock to dorsal docking port 1. Let's see who's the pilot here. Sitting right seat. Let's see, where does the captain sit usually? Captain sits dock with main engine only. No, I'm not. No, I'm not doing that. Sound off in the comments. Where does captain sit? Left seat or right seat? I think it's left seat, right? Because like in the movie Miracle on the left in plane. There we go. What about in spacecraft though? Does anyone remember who sat left and right in the shuttle? I would assume it's the same, right? Left, right in helos. We're gonna stick with flying machines right now. Commander in left. Oh, okay. We're coming up close. Let's go ahead and slow down. All right, we're gonna go ahead and hit this dorsal docking port here. Ooh. Pilot, who is in second command and is in right. Okay. Then, okay. So right seat would be Nicole Kerman, who is an engineer. You know what? Engineer pilot. Engineer pilot. How about that? So I guess Nicole Kerman with Mako shuttle to Dauntless. We are in approach configuration. Please prepare docking control module or docking port. I don't know. I haven't watched enough. I haven't watched enough live streams for understanding what they say during docking procedures on the International Space Station. So I'll just use my own verbiage. Okay. Control from here. I think I'm off a little bit, you know. I can tell you for sure, or I can assume that for sure they don't maneuver this close to the space station ever. I mean, obviously to dock they do, but yeah, they don't. Mostly calling out distances, closing speed, and phases of docking. Yeah, no, they do not. Activating RCS next to the space station is a very specific procedure. They don't do it willy nilly like I do. Um, they probably don't close at 0.1 meter per second, do they? They probably close much slower. We're docked though. That's okay. All right. So we've got plenty of stuff in there. We've got no stuff in there. Hmm. We may have to do this right here, right now. We need to see the full complement here. Agos Kerman. He's an engineer. Okay. August Kerman, you are our guinea pig. Okay. So maybe 3 inches per second max speed within 100 feet. 3 inches per second? It's like this fast. That's a little fast, not gonna lie. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So like this fast. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty fast for a multi-ton spacecraft to be heading towards another multi-ton spacecraft. Like, like that shock absorbing system must take a lot. I mean, I guess it's a max speed, so okay. Um, I think I might need to do this. Okay, so we have no EVA. We have too much tonnage. What? This is so confusing. Okay. So let's take this off completely. How is this supposed to fit? This can't fit. No, I'm not gonna let go. Okay. Let's stash him over here. Let's EVA. Let's EVA Dozer. Yeah. Well, no thruster pack. Yeah, but this guy doesn't have a thruster pack either. You're gonna forget to put thrusters on them next time you move. No, I'm not. I'll be fine. Well, to quote the Grand Tour, on this terrible disappointment, I think I may have to leave this be until tomorrow. So let's go ahead and just call it a night. We docked, we have other things in orbit. We may have to just send up a different set of landers so that Dauntless can go to Duna with the correct set of landers. We may build another Dauntless, I don't know. Find out next week on To Infinity and the Fridge. And this time, I should have something actually from the fridge that isn't just lemonade. So heavy parts can only be moved part to part or attached, removed. All right. Yeah. You know, Kerbal attachment, cargo to cargo or attach remove can't carry internally. You know, we used to be able to do that though, didn't we? We had KAS, Kerbal Attachment System. I feel like I do have Kerbal Attachment System installed. I just don't use it. I don't know. Well, fine. I'll figure it out in the next week. You'll see the progress, and we'll actually go to a planet next time. Too many of these maintenance missions, I think. Next week we actually go somewhere. So on this terrible disappointment, I shall call it a night. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry for the rant on the Linus Tech Tip situation, but I do hope that gets resolved. And let's see. No, I don't think any news segment this week, but next week I will put out another prototype news podcast or video. So, yep. Have a good night, guys. Thank you.